Welcome back, folks. BShooter94 here. We're here with another WCW Monday Nitro here in the month of July 2002. We are on the road to Bash at the Beach. Last week, our Nitro wasn't as big as we were hoping, but the good news is we're here for another one, and we're going to push it through and try and see how much we can keep this thing going. So, we're going to open the show this week with just a recap of what happened last week at the end of Nitro, as we had a four-way #1 contenders match between the returning Mike Awesome, the War Machine Rhino, Lance Storm, and the Hurricane, which saw Mike Awesome get the win as he is now the new #1 contender for the Guido's US Championship. The US title storyline has advanced, the Militia storyline has advanced, and the Lance Storm versus Rhino storyline has advanced and gained heat. So you're going to see that kind of going on there. 74 segment for the video. Not too bad of an opening. Also, we're in front of 7,000 people. We're definitely growing as a company. So I'm very excited and happy with that. Because we're a year in. We're over a year in. And we're almost at the point of being very close to national level. And that's incredible. So, very happy. We get a promo in the ring with the Monster Abyss, the WCW champion, James Mitchell, and the rest of the Nightbreed, as they cut the promo on Rey Mysterio, saying that he does not deserve another shot after Abyss destroyed him at the Great American Bash. There is no reason to have another match. It's just going to be a waste of time. Rey Mysterio, obviously, did get slaughtered in that WCW championship match, as Abyss showed why he is the monster. The WCW Championship storyline has advanced. James Mitchell did great off the with no script. We just had to change Vampiro's gimmick a little bit, just to give it a little bit of some life. Made him a weirdo instead of a vampire, and it went great. Marketable. Okay, cool. So that's good. That makes Vampiro a lot more useful going forward. 68 rating on that segment. Rey Mysterio comes on, interrupts, and says, "Look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat this. A 5'8" man going against a 6'8", 400-pound monster didn't go exactly how I was hoping. And you did beat me for that WCW Championship, Abyss, and I'll give you credit for that. But let's not showcase the fact that I held that championship to the highest standard here in World Championship Wrestling, and I deserve a rematch at the Bash at the Beach. And you know what? This time, I know what to expect. I'm not scared of you, Abyss. I'm not scared of you, James Mitchell. And I'm not scared of your Nightbreed. But I do want my WCW Championship match. But I'm not going to wait till Bash at the Beach. I want it next week. Mitchell and Abyss obviously backpedal. And Mitchell says, fine, you're on. Next week, it's you versus my monster. But tonight, you're going to face Vampire Warrior in a singles match. The WCW Championship storyline has advanced, and we got a 69 segment rating. Good stuff on the opening of this show. As you know, I don't like always doing promos to open the show, as I feel like it's redundant. But this time, I felt like it was the right thing to do to kind of give us a match for later in the show. So I'm cool with this, and I think we're doing a huge. So let me pre-book this. Pre-booking for Nitro. Next week, we have a WCW Championship match. Rey Mysterio is going to get his rematch on live TV rather than a pay-per-view. And that's usually not something I like doing, I'm not going to lie. But I like to keep things kind of guessing. I don't like giving the generic things every single time. I like making things my own. So we'll just do it like that, so we know the belts are on the line. There we go. And I'll deal with this all stuff next week. But at least we have our first match booked for next week. So we have that. So let's move forward. In our first bout of the evening, first thing before I get into this match, I just want to announce we have released Kid Cash because I wanted to make Jamie Noble a singles wrestler. So that is where direction we are heading with him going forward. In a decent match, Jamie Noble defeats Lance Storm by pinfall in 12:50. This did have Rhino coming out to distract Lance Storm to give Noble the victory, which is why the storyline has advanced. I don't know why it's blacked out here, but nevertheless, good showing out of both men. Jamie Noble starting his little push that we wanted to do here, and Storm and Rhino looks like they're getting into a feud. The announcing choir lifted the match, and the segment got a 64. No complaints here at all. I think this is a great opening match of the show. Jamie Noble's finally going to get a chance to showcase what he can do, and Lance Storm has played his role to a T on this save. So, and then obviously, Noble gets the upset. This is just a recap. Due to Rhino costing Storm the match, Storyline has advanced. 69 segment rating. Good stuff here. Building blocks, you know, trying to make every part of the show count. And we get a very scathing and borderline uncomfortable promo from Jeff Jarrett and BG James, talking about why they attacked Dustin Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes last week and left them as a bloody mess, hitting them with guitars, and why they did what they did. And this is what they had to say. They said that they felt that Dustin was too soft to be a part of the dynasty that we wanted to create. And the thing with the dynasty is you have to kill the old horse to create one. And for us, Dusty Rhodes is that old horse. And as soon as we saw that Dustin had a weak spot for him, we had to cut the fat. So we had to hurt and unfortunately destroy one of our formerly owned members. But Dustin was the weak link, and Dusty's just that old horse that had to go die. 60 segment. BG and Jeff Jarrett obviously are going towards a route here where they hate the Rhodes family now, and that's kind of where they're going with this. Jeff Jarrett being hurt for a few weeks actually made this whole storyline work out great, as we are obviously on the path to a solo. I was going to do a tag match, but Dusty Rhodes in this save does not wrestle, and I do not want to mess with that. So we're going to be heading towards a Jeff Jarrett Dustin Rhodes match eventually, but I think eventually also we might see Double J and BG as a team for a little bit. I don't know. But Dustin Rhodes is definitely going to be a single star eventually. I'm going to make sure of it. And Jeff Jarrett is playing a great heel here. BG's a great supporting cast, and there's nothing to really complain about. Storyline's advanced but lost heat somehow. I guess the heat must have been pretty high after last week. 60 segment on that one. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the recap. This is the promo. So the promo got us to 57. Storyline has advanced. Sorry. I mistake that, but you get the drift of what I was doing with that. Oh, wow. And a superb match. Rob Van Dam defeats Vampiro in 9:37 with a split-legged moonsault. Rob Van Dam a 90. Vampiro a 62. This match got the crowd hotter. 76 on the rating. Hell yes. Good stuff, guys. Rob Van Dam is going to be doing a program with someone going to start very shortly, so hopefully you guys look forward to that. He has been a weird one, I feel like, since I've taken the US title off him. But I think I've figured out exactly what I want to do, so I think that's going to work out well for him. Vampiro is finally showcasing his skill set, and I'm very excited for that. 76 overall here. We get an in-ring promo from the Outsiders. So Nash and Hall enter the ring, and they talk about how when they jumped ship from WWE to WCW, we changed the wrestling business. We created the New World Order. We created the coolest group in WCW history, if not wrestling history. But everything must come to an end at some point here in WCW. And the NWO, the Outsiders, it's time. 67 on that. Segment advanced and gained heat. Scott Hall goes to leave, but turns around and eats a huge big boot from Big Kev as Kevin Nash hits a low blow on Scott Hall, and then Kevin Nash hits a huge jackknife powerbomb on him and grabs a microphone and says, "The Outsiders, the NWO, they may be over, but Kevin Nash is not." And he throws the mic down and leaves the ring. Kevin Nash with a huge heel turn here on Scott Hall. Very shocking. I thought this was going to be the retirement of the Outsiders. Well, I guess it is. But Kevin Nash has turned heel. Let's hope this goes well. Yes. Very good. Awesome. So Kevin Nash is now a heel. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. Kevin Nash as a heel, I think, is just the right thing to do here. Him and Scott are going to have a little program, and I think this is just the right thing to do at this point here in 2002. So looking forward to 72 rating. I'm very happy with this segment as well. Definitely performed better than I expected it to. In a decent match, the Militia, the WCW Tag Team Champions, defeat Zero Cool in 7:42 when Ray Gonzalez pins Scott Taylor with a Phoenix Landing. Super Crazy is 70, Ray Gonzalez is 71, Scott Taylor 53, Sean O'Haire 51. Militia Strong has advanced but lost heat. Sean O'Haire and Scott Taylor show excellent chemistry, and the announcing quality lifted the match. 64 segment. Zero Cool gets featured on Nitro again, which we love seeing. We're featuring the tag team division to the best of our abilities. And the Militia gets a nice little non-title TV win. So good stuff here. Post-match, the Steiner brothers come out onto the stage and tell the Militia that it's put up or shut up. We've had our battles with you over the months now, and we want the WCW Tag Team Championship. So, if you guys are not cowards, let's put those titles on the line next week, and let's see who the better team is. Obviously, Guido's not out here at this time, or Guido's out here at this time, and he tries to stop Gonzalez and Crazy from accepting, but they accepted faster than he could talk, and the match is made. So we have another big title match next week. We have the WCW Tag Team Championships on the line. Next week's Nitro looks like it's going to be an epic one for sure, as we have Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner facing off against Ray Gonzalez and Super Crazy. The WCW Tag titles will be on the line. Yep, tag titles. There we go. Look at this. Oh, crap. Hold on. Modify booking. I hate doing this because it just makes it look cleaner. Cool. There we go. So we have two big title matches next week. Looking very forward to that. And I think Nitro will be very, very good next week. 71 segment rating on everything here, and the storylines have advanced and gained heat. In a decent match, we called up Chris Sabin for this match to see how he would do, and he actually did really well. Ken Shamrock defeats Chris Sabin in 7:25 by submission with an ankle lock. Announcing quality to the match, Sabin a 48, Shamrock a 53, segment a 49. Match wasn't great, but now I know that I can bring up Chris Sabin pretty much and he'll hang with the roster, so happy with that. Shamrock gets another TV win as he's kind of pushing through the cards here. Not much else to really say about this. Post-match, Shamrock tries to break Chris Sabin's ankle as the Hurricane makes the save, which makes Shamrock break the hold and scurry out of the ring. This storyline has begun. The Hurricane and Shamrock are going to be the next kind of upper mid-card feud. And the Hurricane improvised well. 47 segment rating, a little sad there, but it'll grow as we build towards Bash at the Beach. In About the Head, Good Heat and Decent Wrestling, another tag team match. The Dudley Boys defeat Chavo and Clark in 8:22, and Bubba Ray Dudley pins Chavo Guerrero after a 3D. In terms of in-ring work, Bubba Ray Dudley was head and shoulders above everybody else. Devon a 63, Bubba a 75, Clark a 44, Chavo a 49. Shane and Bam Bam started on advance but lost heat. Dudley's have excellent chemistry, announcing quality to the match. 63 segment. Again, we're featuring that tag division very well here. A new team in Chavo and Clark, and then the Dudley Boys get a nice TV win here. No complaints. I love this. I'm trying to add as much depth to my roster as I can. Post-match, Shane and Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, that's not correct. That's supposed to be Devon. Just ignore that. But Shane and Bam Bam attack the Dudley Boys to get some revenge from what happened at Great American Bash in the tables match. 60 segment rating here. Gonna ignore that. We get a segment where Mike Awesome walks into Paul Heyman's office, and Guido's already in the office kind of talking to Heyman, and Awesome wants to know when his US title match is going to happen. And I must be generous right now because I'm throwing title matches everywhere. Paul Heyman tells Guido and Mike Awesome that in 2 weeks' time, the main event of WCW Monday Nitro will be Guido defending his US Championship against Mike Awesome. Awesome's obviously happy about this. Thanks Heyman and walks out. Guido's obviously pissed and he storms out the other way. So next week, 2 big title matches, and then the week after, a main event US title match between Awesome and Guido. 73 segment. US title event, and Paul Heyman did well improvising, as I figured he would. The announcers put over the fact that we'll be seeing Mark Jindrak take on Kaz Hayashi in their rematch here, I believe. I think 57, let me see. Yeah. So that's next week as well. So next week, another big match. We have the TV Championship also going to be on the line because Kaz Hayashi has invoked his rematch clause against Mark Jindrak. Yes, so Kaz Hayashi, Mark Jindrak, and the TV Championship will be on the line next week as well. Now you're probably asking, wow, you're really loading up on title matches next week. You know, sometimes you gotta make your you gotta make some Nitro special, and this next one's definitely going to be. So looking forward to it. In a superb match, Chris Kanyon defeats Kaz Hayashi in 1301 by the Flatliner. Chris Kanyon is 71, Kaz Hayashi is 76. TV title storyline has advanced, and Sting and Chris Kanyon has advanced. This match got the crowd hotter, 676 rating, 2 big ones, and then Kaz Hayashi has to have his gimmick changed a little bit here. Was getting a little stale, and it got it great. Oh, so good. Okay, so let's talk about this match. Chris Kanyon gets another big win, as he has just been my all-star. Kaz Hayashi has really proven his worth here in World Championship Wrestling, as I'm so happy he ended up staying with us instead of going to All Japan. And I know it's hard because, like, I know a lot of guys will say, like, oh, like, you don't have him talk. I don't need to. He is literally, like, so good in the ring that not every guy needs to have promos. Like, you know, granted, if I was building him towards the world title, absolutely. But right now, Kaz Hayashi is a great low and mid-card guy, and I can put him in the ring with anybody, and I know it's going to be a great match. So, next segment. And Sting comes down to the ring and hits Kanyon and puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock as Kanyon taps until security hits the ring to make Sting break the hold. This storyline is far from over, as Sting wants retribution on Kanyon for cheating him out of a win at the Great American Bash. Storyline has advanced, 72 overall segment. We have a new tag team coming to World Championship Wrestling, America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm. You may remember them from TNA. We are calling them up from our developmental, as we are building our tag division up from the ground, and a new team will be coming. So 45 segments, that's fine, but they are going to be here soon, and looking forward to what they can do in our tag division. All right, and about that great heat and good wrestling, Rey Mysterio defeats Vampiro in 741 by pinfall with Springboard Hurricane Rana. Rey Mysterio sustains a broken jaw. Love that for me. Rey Mysterio in 91, Vampire 45. Story has advanced. Great performance out of Rey Mysterio. 70 overall segment. I can't wait to figure out how that broken jaw is going to screw up all my plans, but that's okay. And then post-match, Abyss tries to attack Mysterio as Mysterio hits the 619 on Abyss and makes Abyss bail to end the show as Rey Mysterio stands tall. Storyline has advanced, and segment got us a 68. Obviously, the WCW Championship match is supposed to happen next week. I'm very nervous about this broken jaw situation, so I will look into that off camera. I don't want you guys seeing all that, but we'll get into that. Let's see what we get for an overall rating. 72. Now, if you see here, for the first time, we're actually losing popularity with a 72 because our size has gotten to the point where we have popularity over 72. So we will be needing to step up the game with booking, and I tried, but we'll definitely keep that going. So maybe that's why we're putting some heavier matches on the cards. But 72 rating, no complaints there. I just want to thank you all for being a part of this journey. We're still pushing on. Make sure we're hitting that like goal, guys. I'd love to see at least 10 to 15.